Hey, how's it? It is 5 p.m. West Coast time, and I believe it's probably 3 p.m. there on Hawaii time. It is 8 p.m. on the East Coast. I am Mad Statter, and we are here for Chatter with Statter every weekday. No, that's not true. Every Tuesday. I don't even know what day it is. Oh my goodness. Every Wednesday, every Sunday. We're here at this time. Apparently, I have to keep note on a calendar because I don't know. I hope you know though, and if you know, maybe you'll join us. Let's get this started today. Oh my, fantastic. We have got Rick in the house going, today be Wednesday. Shock is here telling me it's all good. Yeah, today did not quite go as planned. Normally from Wednesday, I work from my house, so I can do some prep stuff and the like for the stream in the afternoon. Well, today I had to go not work in my house, and I made some poor choices in regards to timing. And yeah, suddenly it was like 4:54 and nothing had been set up yet. So we were scrambling at the very last minute. That's how today is going. Oh, yes, that is how today is going. So I hope that Darlene and Rick and Ann and Shock and everybody else who's hanging out without saying hi, I hope that you all are ready to hold on to your hats. This might be a wild ride. I don't know where we're headed. I don't know what we're going to talk about. It's a whole lot of I don't know today. But I do know that Anne Ware did send me some information about a topic that we're beating to death. Yeah, that's right. We're beating the topic to death. We are going to talk about for just a second. That's right. We're going to revisit it. You know what it is. You know what it is. It is the Minnesota hot dish. And apparently, this is the governor of Minnesota's version of the hot dish. He tweeted it out, and it looks like he's got peas and carrots in his. Looks like he's just got the regular beef, maybe some onions. Don't know what kind of soup. Looks like there's no cheese. And it looks like we've got the tater tots. And it looks like the tater tots are lined up nicely, which frankly, I don't know what the rules are with tater tot casserole, but I feel as though nicely aligned tater tots are mandatory. So, and where it looks so icky, he's no food photographer. That's true, but I'll tell you what, taking so many things to say about that. First off, taking food photography is kind of hard because some of the best food is beige. And it's like, well, beige food is ugly food, but beige food is oftentimes very tasty food. And then, you got to get the lighting, you got to make sure everything. I mean, that was clearly, I'll give the governor props because that was obviously taken in his kitchen. That was obviously taken, that casserole was not a professionally made casserole in a professional kitchen with a professional nothing. I mean, you could see the dish still had smudges from the oven. I mean, it wasn't like a professional chef was cleaning the plate off before presenting it for the final photo shoot and the luxurious photo, food decoration and food styling. That's what I'm talking about. Definitely no food styling going on with that picture. That was serious down home situation. Something that looks like would come out of my kitchen. If I knew how to make a hot dish, which I don't. So, yeah, exactly. It was a dish for eating. Shoot, my grandpa from Scotland, he used to say, about many a casserole, I'd step over it if I saw it in an alley, but it sure tastes good. I mean, casseroles never look good, right? Yeah, exactly. Well, Darlene, true. It does have to be pleasing to the eyes as well as to the tummy to a degree, but at the same time, I know that I've made some like cauliflower soups that, once you immersion blend the cauliflower in and you add the spices, basically it looks like a bowl of gray gruel. I mean, it is not attractive, right? So, you sprinkle some paprika on top to make it look all pretty. But basically, sometimes food isn't really that good looking, especially home food. I know that part of going out to eat, you want your food to look pretty. Absolutely. There's no two ways about that. But when it comes to, what you're serving up your family, or in my case, what I'm making for myself and serving up for me, yeah, I mean, am I going to put the little sprig of parsley to garnish? No, no, I'm not going to. Um, Well, okay, true. Darlene, you're not saying make it beautiful, just don't make it look disgusting. But in argument of a casserole, it's kind of hard to make a casserole and not look a little bit like, well, as my grandpa said, something you'd step over in the alley, right? Yeah, exactly. Home cooking is home cooking. And that picture was clearly home cooking. Now, that is the infamous Minnesota hot dish, right? Well, as it turns out, Minnesota has got a little bit of a culinary situation going on. I don't know if you've ever heard of this thing called a Juicy Lucy, but it was invented in Minnesota, and a Chicago food critic recently has determined that the Juicy Lucy is probably the best cheeseburger that America has to offer. Now, if you're not familiar with what a Juicy Lucy is, and you are a fan of hamburgers, well, get ready for this. Yeah, that's a Juicy Lucy. Juicy Lucy. What makes a Juicy Lucy, apparently, is a couple things. First off, the main thing that you notice, it is a cheeseburger, but the cheeseburger is cooked inside the patty instead of on top. But also, apparently, if you look close, there's a whole bunch of grilled onions on that bottom bun. And I guess from what I've been reading, a prototypical, absolute classic Juicy Lucy isn't filled with a whole bunch of mayonnaise and ketchups and relishes and lettuces and tomatoes and onions. No, that's not true. It's filled with onions. It's basically just the grilled onion, the grilled burger with the cheese in there, and then I don't know, there might be some other kind of condiment. Basically, from what it sounds like, and Anne, if you know what makes a Juicy Lucy, then by all means let everybody else know, because we all need to know. But it looks like it's basically bun, grilled onions, burger, cheese, burger, and then more bun. And as far as I'm concerned, that's a pretty simple burger, and I wouldn't mind having that hamburger in my mouth. But I'm of the opinion that there's no such thing as a bad hamburger, only a better hamburger. And I definitely think that that Juicy Lucy kind of looks like it's a better hamburger. So, yeah, and I thought so too, that the cheese as center is the main identifier. Totally. Darlene, exactly. It's a stuffed cheeseburger with trimmings, onions, and a soft, squishy bun. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, I would eat that in a minute. However, oh my, Rick, we've got butter burgers on the side on your side of the Mississippi that look the same as that burger. I've never heard of a butter burger, but are you telling me? Okay, I've got two questions. First off, it sounds like you're saying that the butter burger is got the cheese in the middle, or are you saying that there's butter in the middle? And then I have to wonder also, do they cook the burger in butter? Like, why is, I've never, tell me more about this butter burger. I'm very intrigued. Even if it's just identical to a Juicy Lucy, I like to know the other secret name for it. And oh, Minnesota. So, and where that other Minnesotans have strong opinions about it. Well, I'm not surprised, because the article that you sent me about the hot dish that your governor so bravely posted onto social media, that picture was quite controversial, apparently. Like, one of the most controversial things that governor has ever posted online was that picture of his hot dish, because some people were just like, well, wait a second, there's no corn in your hot dish? Clearly you're wrong. It really never occurred to me there might be corn in a hot dish. I don't know why. And then somebody's like, oh, peas. No, you need beans, not peas. And other people are just like, oh, no cheese. Good for you, governor. And other people are like, where's the cheese, governor? So apparently, yeah, apparently Minnesota's have some serious opinions about their local foods. And frankly, I never really even knew that Minnesota had so many flippin' flirpin' foods that were associated um with their state. But as it turns out, hot Minnesota hot dish, people have strong opinions. And Juicy Lucy's people have strong opinions. So there you have it. Um Let's see here. It looks like, oh, fantastic. Hey, Medium 7 Up. Good to see you. Looks like Shenpu in the house as well. And E-Music here thinking thinking that maybe the Butterburger came from Culver's, where E-Music just came from. Got the deep fried codfish dinner. Oh, that sounds delicious. Let's see here. Okay, so Darlene's explaining to me the Butterburger. It's fried in a lot of butter. Okay. The cheese is on top, all gooey and squishy bun, similar, but not the same exactly. Okay, see, yeah, I had a feeling that the burger was probably fried in butter. And frankly, more people should do that. Yeah. Of course, nobody should ever take food advice from me, unless you want to know what tastes good, in which case you always go to the fat girl, like, well, what tastes good. But as far as like what should you be putting in your belly, yeah, don't ask me. What do you want? Oh, well, that I can give you some recommendations. What do you need? Yeah, I probably am not the one to come to. So let's see here. So Butterburger. Oh, okay. Okay, Butterburger, just a regular burger, but on a toasted bun slathered with butter. That sounds delicious. Um, let's see here. Janice Dorn, I look like Brent Keenel. I don't know who Brent Keenel is. But okay, awesome. I hope that he's cute. I'm a girl, but I don't care if I look like a boy. Cause, some boys look like girls and some girls look like boys. But I don't know who that person is, but right now we're talking about a whole lot of nothing. And so, a whole lot of nothing being defined as hamburgers. And like I said, I love the hamburgers. I'm curious if any of you guys have a particular burger that is exactly your perfect burger. Every, different joints have different places or different ways of preparing their burgers. I think we talked about another place on the East Coast. I'm going to say Connecticut, but I'm also going to say I might be lying. I know that they serve hamburgers, I think, on white bread toast, and you're not allowed to have ketchup. You are not allowed to use ketchup on their hamburgers. They will kick you out if you bring in a packet of ketchup. So, different places have different rules about how it is that you can eat their burger. So let's see here. E-Music, your side of the vid is spinning. So if you don't respond, it's because you didn't hear it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm still, I was going to try to broadcast at 1080 today just because I was, but I decided no. Part of the reason why I decided I was going to not broadcast at 1080 today was because I was in a rush and didn't have time to switch it over. So we're still stuck at 720, it sounds like. And it sounds like we don't have the gear ability to downgrade. Hey, Janice, we try not to swear too much here. And yeah, that's pretty cool. So thanks there, Rick. I don't know what that was all about. But yeah, so I know that sometimes swear words fall out of your mouth sometimes, guys. Sometimes they even fall out of your fingertips. I know this. Of all the people in the world who knows this, I know this. So if it happens, it happens. But seriously, just try to keep it kid-friendly here. Everybody who's here generally knows that. But for the folks who might be lurking in the background and not saying much, by the way, hello, super stoked you're here. And for those who are new and might not really have picked up on the rules, because we don't really have a lot of rules here. On the other hand, our rules are pretty much treat each other well and make it so if a kid walks through the room, their ears aren't going to perk up or catch on fire from the flaming blue streak of swear words that might be coming out of your fingertips or your mouth. So, like I said, sometimes they slip, but make an effort to make sure they don't. And it looks like Elaine is here. It looks like Cindy Krause has come on in. And Shenpu, you are speaking my language. Anytime there's honestly, I could eat caramelized onion just out of the pan. So as long as there's caramelized onion and bacon on top, you are happy, be it a steak or I'm assuming a burger. Sign me up, my friend. That sounds like let's do it. Let's open it. Let's open our burger joint. It'll be, I don't know, the French bistro burger, which will probably make every French person cry in their sleep because it's neither French nor bistro with that burger. But caramelized onions, bacon, burger. We'll cook the burger in butter and slather the bun in butter. Yeah, there we go. I got it. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. So Darlene is coming in. You used to make your kids' burger. All right, let's try this again. You used to make your kids a burger called a pizza burger. You mix the meat with pizza sauce and cheese and any other toppings you like, onions, mushrooms. It's a chunky spread on top of a bun. Spread on top of the bun halves and cook it in the stove. Oh my goodness, I have never heard of such crazy shenanigans. That sounds really good. See, I was thinking this hamburger topic was going to go nowhere. And honestly, right now, we could end the show right here. We could end the show right here. This is all I need to know right here, what Darlene just said. All right, we're done. We're done for the day. We're going to go everybody, we're going to go make pizza burgers. Time to go make pizza burgers. Yeah, exactly, Cindy. Oh, Darlene, that sounds onolicious. So there you go. Yeah, exactly. As long as it's good, who gives a flying fork? You got it, Shenpu. Gotta refresh, keeps freezing the picture. Yeah, Elaine, it looks like a lot of people are having some Twitch problems. Pocola T's here. Hi there, Pocola T. You can see my frozen image, palm outstretched. Oh, guys, I wish I could have a magic wand and make Twitch less twitchy for you all, because I really would like to be up at 1080. But 720 is such a struggle for so many folks already. When we don't have the ability to downgrade, it's just oh, it's just so frustrating. Hey, Michael Anthony Smith, good to see you. We are talking about, we revisited the hot dish topic for just a second. Now we're talking about hamburgers because there's this one hamburger. It's called the Jucy Lucy, and I saw a picture of it today, and it was so delicious looking that I thought, yeah, okay, I could talk about this for way longer than anybody could talk about a burger. So yeah, we're talking about hamburgers, and it looks like Tony Suss is in the house. He's a ghost though, so we don't see Tony, except for when we do see Tony. Hi, Tony. Let's see here. So, what else? So black, oh goodness. Mushroom sauce burger are freaking good too. Well, now Shampoo, I have never had a mushroom sauce burger, but one of my favorite types of burgers is a sauteed, sauteed mushrooms with Swiss cheese. And so really a mushroom sauce burger, that sounds good, but I do have to ask, when you say mushroom sauce, do you mean like a gravy sauce, or do you mean more maybe a clear or butterier sauce? I guess, what kind of sauce do you mean by mushroom? Do you mean like gravy or just, I don't know, wine sauce? Now, any of your answers are going to be good. I just want to make sure I get this burger right. Yeah. So let's see here. Pasta Lord 17. For the people who feel useless, remember popcorn is made in the same pan, the same heat, the same oil, but they don't pop at the same time. You pop at your own time. Don't let other people put you down. Well, gosh, Pasta Lord, that's a really phenomenal, that's a great analogy and a great message. That's absolutely true. You see, you're the same little kernel in the same hot oil, in the same hot pan, and, everybody pops a little bit differently at your own time. So very nice. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you hang out, Pasta Lord, part of the Chatterbox crew now. And yeah, that's super awesome. That was really nice. Um, well, let's see here, Pasta Lord. We haven't really talked so much about pasta dishes before, but it sounds like you've got some opinions, and I am never one to shut down an opinion about a meal. So if you've got something that you want to say in regards to rigatoni's the best pasta in the world, or whatever, yeah, shout it on out. We might actually have a discussion about pasta coming up. But bacon on hamburgers are the best. Tony Suss, I totally agree. Although there's this one burger joint in my town called Zippy's, not the same Zippy's that's in Hawaii. This is called Zippy's Giant Burgers, and they just do burgers. Well, I mean, they do other stuff, but it's basically burgers. And once a year for a month, they have a burger of the month called the Squealer. And what they do is they grind the bacon in with the beef. So the bacon is ground up in the patty. Oh my God. And then, of course, they also put bacon on top. Oh, so flippin' delicious. So, yeah, bacon on and in hamburgers is pretty much as best as it can be. Hey, DJ Smook, so awesome that you could be here. And oh, Kenny from the Cove. Sorry you're tardy too. You missed a great looking picture of a hamburger called the Jucy Lucy. Yeah, that's right. I loved this hamburger so much that I'm showing its picture over and over again. You're buying tickets for Dropkick Murphys, eh, Kenny? Where is that like a are they playing like at a club, or are they playing at like a bigger venue? I know that Dropkicks used to be able to fill some pretty big venues, but with everything that's happened in the last however many years, I'm not really sure where they're at on the venue scene, as it were. Okay, shampoo it like a gravy. Okay, cool. All right, yeah. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. Good. That's let's do that. In fact, actually, Shinpo, there's a Hawaiian dish. Gosh, and if I had been thinking, I would have grabbed a picture of this. There's a Hawaiian dish called the Loco Moco, which is essentially exactly what you're saying. It doesn't always have the mushrooms, but a lot of times it does. And basically, it's a pile of rice with a hamburger patty and then some kind of gravy, usually a mushroom type gravy on top, and then a fried egg on top with the yolk is still yolky. And yeah, you eat it all like that. And yeah, it's called a Loco Moco. So Hawaii kind of already has, I mean, it's not a hamburger. It's a rice hamburger dish, but I guess what I'm saying is I could probably go to several places in Hawaii and have them create that exact burger with what they already have on hand, because they've already got the stuff to make Loco Moco. And let's see here. So we are talking about all sorts of weather over here. Cindy Krause in the high 60s, some 70s. That's quite lovely. It was quite balmy here in Seattle. 52. Oh my goodness, it was 52. So let's see here. Pasta Lord. Yeah, that's great to go from stream to stream and try to spread positivity. And you're right, Twitch can be toxic. Social media in and of itself has its own capabilities of or its own levels of evil that it can reach. But here at Statter or Chatter with Statter, we generally try to keep it super positive. And so you slid onto a pretty positive vibe situation. Your positive vibe is vibing with our vibe, which is an awesome vibe. But so if you want to hang out, by all means, hang out. But if you're like, my work is done here, I need to go spread positivity. Well, I hope you can spread positivity better than I can say it. But if you need to spread positivity elsewhere, by all means, go sprinkle your glitter wherever you see the need for it. Because that is exactly what the world needs right now, is a little bit more smileys. And it sounds like you're trying to be a little bit more smiley. And Tony Suss, exactly. Food is the best. Exactly. There is a band from... let's see, I believe from Los Angeles called The Descendants, and they had a song back in the 80s that basically was it's one of the lines was, I like food tastes good. And I think everyone can relate to that song. Okay, now Shimpa, I don't know what kind of mushroom sepe mushroom is. I know, you feel free, point and laugh. I don't know what a CEPE mushroom is. So I'm gonna have to look that up. And let's see here. DJ Smoke, you're like, any kind of pasta is yummy. I know, right? I know, right? Isn't that true? Let's see here. Um okay, so Pasta Lord, ravioli is your best pasta that you like. I actually think ravioli is pretty good too. One reason I like ravioli is because it reminds me a little bit of Chinese dumplings. Now, I know it's completely different filling for the most part, especially if it's cheese filled, but I love how Italians and Russians and Polish people and Asian people and that you all have dumplings of some sort. It's such a classic comfort food, and yeah, ravioli is good. But your favorite pasta dish, it sounds like, is spaghetti aglio olio, and I don't know what that is, but I feel like, one, I said it wrong. Two, I feel like, isn't that just simply garlic and olive oil and pasta? What you said? Or tell me more about your favorite spaghetti dish, Pasta Lord. Yes, tell me more. Oh, okay, so sepe is porcini in English. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I like those mushrooms too. Thanks so much for clarifying that, Shenpo. I really appreciate that. Pappardelle is the best pasta. Prove you wrong. Pappardelle, now that's the thick noodles, right? That are like thick and long. I really like those. I'm a huge fan of the thicker, longer noodles. I mean, actually, that's not true. Every pasta has its own reason for existing, and so they're all quite delicious. But the pappardelle, if it is what I think it is my favorite. It is one of my favorites, as it were. And let's see here. It looks as though I forgot to do what I always forget to do. So thank you, Shock, for speaking up. Now we got some Lono music in the background. And let me know, because I am flying deaf again. Soon I will be tackling the flying deaf conundrum. I'm going to be incorporating earphones into my system shortly. In fact, today was going to be a learning curve day for that, except for nothing went as planned. So perhaps there will even be a black hat session where we can all point and laugh and say, yeah, that didn't work like you thought it would. So, so there you go. Oh, you like ravioli, Pasta Lord, because it's like a mini Hot Pocket? That's cute. Cassio e pepe, or a hearty bolognese. I love bolognese. I don't know Cassio e pepe, but yeah, tell me more about that too. I know, right? Totally, DJ Smoke, that burger did look good. And you're right, Shimpu, the bread does look a bit soggy, but I think that it's supposed to be a very soft bun for that burger, as opposed to a crustier, say, ciabatta, or even a French roll. The hamburger buns oftentimes are a little bit on the softer side. And DJ Smoke, you better believe it. That Jucy Lucy is so much better than the smoky, moist, gray sponge burger that some fast food joints try to pass off as hamburgers. We won't mention who those royal burger makers try to be, and we won't mention that they're impossible, that it can't be impossible to match their Whopping burger that they've already got, because their Whopping burger that they already got is like a smoky, moist, gray sponge. So no wonder their plant-based burger tastes just as good. But whatever. Okay, so Pasta Lord is throwing down some arguments here with a word I don't even know. So guanciale, okay, Guanciale. I'm not even gonna say it, dude. I don't even know. That's the best meat to go with pasta? Change your mind. What is that, Pasta Lord? Like, teach us what the heck that is. I literally have no idea. Like, is that a rabbit? Is that fish? Is that a frog? Is that goat? Like, what is that word? Stubbs Amphitheater. It's affiliated with Stubbs Barbecue. Yeah, I've actually, if I remember correctly, I've seen the Black Crows there. And back during South by Southwest in the early 2000s. And yes, if it's where I'm thinking of, super fun place to catch a show. In fact, I remember. So I was standing on the riser that the soundboard was on when the Black Crows started their set. And so I was standing on the riser and I was smoking a joint because that's what I do. And so there was a bunch of people standing on the riser, right? Not just me. And but I was the only one smoking a joint. So I'm smoking a joint, standing on the riser. Security comes bursting through the crowd. I mean, it's clear they are coming towards the riser for the people on the riser. So I'm like, I don't want to waste this joint, but I don't really what do I do? So I just, pretended like it was a cigarette, carried on. And yeah, as it turned out, that's not what they were worried about. They just wanted everybody off the riser. Like, they came over to us, everybody, get down off the riser, get down off the riser, get down. And it's like, oh, well, if that's the only issue here, I will happily get down off of the riser. I thought you were going to confiscate my weed. But they didn't. Well, that was awesome. So there you go. So yeah, Darlene, exactly. I like a good burger too, but sometimes the grease does, give some issues. But yeah, exactly. Medium 7-Up. Seriously, grease or not, just put it in my belly. Just put it in my belly. I mean, I think we can all agree, right? Let's just put it in everybody's bellies. Everyone's. I mean, the vegans don't have to, but whatever. So Tony Suss, oh yeah, right. Good luck to everyone's favorite NFL teams that made the playoffs. As someone who is living in Seattle, it turns out a lot of the Seahawks are going to the playoffs. Now, the Seahawks that are going to the playoffs are no longer on the Seahawks team. But back when the Seahawks were good, all those players that then got transferred to other teams, the other teams are now going to the playoffs. So awesome for the Seahawks-ish. Sure. So there you go. Dropkick Murphys and the Rum Jacks on the same bill. I've actually never heard of the Rum Jacks, but the Dropkicks have such a they always seem to tour with a good pairing band whenever I've seen their matchups. I've never looked at a Dropkick Murphy bill and thought, why is that band touring with that group? So yeah, let's see here. Kenny from the Cove. You've seen and made Jucy Lucy burgers. They are freaking awesome. I've tried to make one, but I guess I didn't seal it right. It didn't work the way. Okay, let me just put it this way. My Jucy Lucy didn't look like this Jucy Lucy. Not one bit at all. Not even. No. So there you have it. Well, Rick, yeah, okay, the playoffs don't start for 2 weeks, but lots of folks who know that they're gonna be going to the playoffs they'd already know. So Anne, you're telling me that their porcini mushrooms was the things. Yeah, okay. Those are good. Let's see here. Okay, so Shenpo, you once had a duck breast burger with fig jam and caramelized onions. Oh man, it was great. Le duck breast was cooked in a barbecue and le bread was crunchy out of the oven. I don't know. I mean, first off, that sounds flippin' delicious. Oh my God. But I don't know if I would call that a hamburger, right? Or even a burger. I mean, that's like so many levels above burger. You know, that sounds like it's just a gourmet sandwich. And by the way, put that gourmet sandwich in my mouth. Put that gourmet sandwich in my mouth last week. What's it taking so long for? Let's see here. So I know, right, Anne? Doesn't that duck sandwich sound so delicious? Oh no, Rick. Wait. It sure would be nice to hear some Lono music in the background. Do we not have Lono music in the background? Because my mixer says we do. I just turned it up. Okay, so gosh, you guys. All right, hold on. All right, I've got so many things. You don't hear any Lono. You should be hearing Lono. What is going on? All right, hold on. All right, do you hear Lono now? Okay, I am skipping so many messages. Kenny from the Cove looks like he just threw down 100 biddies. That is fantastic. Okay, Medium 7 Up says we do have Lono. Kenny from the Cove says Lono. Andre, who's here, says yes, hearing Lono. So let's see here. All right. Right, yeah, exactly, Andre. Dropkick Murphys with Riverdance would never work. Chocolate, you know, Mr. Snoot sounds like he might need to have a Jucy Lucy. Maybe get him a Jucy Lucy burger. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. And, oh, it looks like Andre threw down 300 biddies. See, I'm going backwards now. Sorry, guys. Elaine, you are back after losing the feed twice. I'm so sorry. And yeah, I know, Shinpo, everyone gets hungry after they watch this stream because basically we talk about food. It's ridiculous. But I can't help it. Everybody has opinions about food, right? So let's see. So it was about €30 for Le Duck breast burger and potato with a kind of gravy. Yeah, well, it sounds like about a €30 kind of meal, let me tell you that. Okay, so now that I turned Lono up, I need to turn him down. Okay, that makes sense. Shock, I did not turn it down 20%, but I did just turn it down. So, let's have some feedback on the Lono situation. Okay, maybe my good. All right, I'm going to keep it here for a minute until somebody else yells at me and says, no, that's not right, in which case I'll try to make it right. So, let's see here. Shakalak, you might like to see someone drop kick, or never mind, Dojo-kun, nice. Yeah, drop kick Murphy's, drop kicking Riverdance. Oh, I see what she was talking about there. That makes sense. I think a lot of people would like that. Okay, so Darlene, you think maybe a little bit lower on Lono, which frankly brings us right back to where we began, and I think I know where my problem lies. I think I knew where the problem was. So, it wasn't outputting. It was playing to nobody. So, well, Shock, you think you can peg that level for Lono? It's good. Yeah, actually, I do have it, marked for that, or I do. The audio level for that channel generally stays roughly in the same area, but the problem is every album is mixed just a little bit differently, so there's always like just a skosh one direction or the other that needs to be adjusted, and eventually I will be able to adjust that. I'll be able to adjust that without your help, but right now though, still flying blind, and yeah, so let's see here. Oh, okay, Shock, you just think I was behind on the chat? Well, big shock there. Yeah, totally. Okay, cool. let's see here. So, yes, France is a country where both ducks and geese live in fear of being made into gourmet sandwiches, for sure. Actually, I think all of the beasts in France live in fear of being turned into something gourmet. Yeah, I said that wrong on purpose. I know. It's painful sometimes. I do it just to bug Vanilla Coke Pepsi oftentimes, but he's not here, so let's see here. Hopefully when you see Dropkick Murphys this time, you get to meet their bass player, Ken Casey. Oh, gee, I can't imagine why you'd want to meet him. Let's see here. Well, Mr. Snoot wants his peri peri chicken, but won't eat his dang cat food. Honestly, it doesn't. I think you and I both know what you must do. You must give him the chicken. I mean, come on. We both know that, right? Right? Mr. Snoot is beyond the mere cat food. No, it's the peri peri chicken. Yeah, Mr. Snoot is well named. I gotta tell you. Well, yes, I know, Andre, that Vanilla is of Spanish ethnicity / genetic background, but he lives in Canada, so he has opinions about French-speaking French, or the people who aren't French, who don't speak French, and don't speak French badly. That bothers him, and it makes me giggle when I bother him like that. So, you know. Oh good, you're back home from Costco and no more lagging. It's so weird how that just doesn't even make sense, but okay. Shakalak, that's a bad kitty. It's my peri peri chicken. Isn't peri peri chicken kind of spicy? I don't even know. I feel like I've heard of peri peri chicken, but actually I can't even envision what it is. Isn't it a little bit spicy? Yes, Kenny, you exactly know what I'm talking about. Pamplemousse. My pamplemousse. Yeah. He's a Spanish Francophile, maybe even a Francophone Canuck. That is true. Oh, Picola T, your theory is Costco wants you to focus on shopping, not streaming. Oh, do you think they've got like some kind of, Wi-Fi blocker or something like that? I wonder. Yes, poutine. Yes, meh, poutine fellow. You know, yep, that would be Vanilla Coke Pepsi right there. And okay, Shock, your husband made it and it is quite spicy. All right, so I'm not just making that up. And yeah, Anne, I know, right? Mr. Snoot has been getting spoiled with some salmon, trying to get his appetite. Back. And I know, Anne, I don't, it does pain me to know that that it pains you, whereas it makes me giggle when it pains Vanilla Coke Pepsi. I know, that's just a horrible thing to say, but if he was here, I'd say it to his face, or I mean, I'd say it to his avatar or whatever, you know. So in Japan, they jam cell phone signals in the movie theater. You know, I kind of disagree with that just for emergency sake, but I actually totally agree with that because 97% of the time, people who are on the phone in the movie theater, it's not because of an emergency. So that's actually kind of a good idea. That actually is a good idea. So I know, and where I know, except I have a grin on my face, so I can't help it. Yeah, exactly. It just, yeah, that's it, Andre. He gets so uppity. Vanilla Coke Pepsi gets so persnickety about his little Frenchness that I love. I love it too. I love when you guys go back and forth about the Canadian stuff. It's so cute. So let's see here. Canuck is originally a name for French-speaking Canadians. Okay, you know, I feel like someone said that before, but in fact, it probably was you. But I totally forgot that. And Costco jammers in the center aisle, roller derby emote here. Yeah, you know, gosh darn it, Rick, a roller derby emote would be great. If you've got like an idea of how to graphically design one of those, I am very, very open to what you've got idea. Oh my goodness, Captain's Colds, your joke is the dumbest joke ever, and it is welcome here every single day. Jokes like this are the best. Why don't eggs tell jokes? Because they crack each other up. That is so stupid. I love it. I cannot tell you how silly jokes fill me with glee, and that is a filling me with glee kind of joke. Thank you so much for popping in, Captain's Colds, with that silliness. That is exactly what we like to do here, is just keep it light, keep it silly. This is all about, this chatter stream is all about talking about anything and nothing and everything in between. If it is a hot topic of the day, if it is something that's heavy and bringing you down, if it is something that the world just is being pressed by, we probably don't talk about that, because that's why we come here, is to just like ignore all those heavinesses. And it is all about just giggling about silly stuffuses. So, all right, Medium 7 Up, definitely pick up the phone, because it is your dad calling. So, we'll be here unless it's a super long telephone call, in which case we won't. So there you go. Let's see here. Andre, isn't Monty Python's I Am a Lumberjack the national anthem of Canada? No, it's not, silly. It's not. Yeah, exactly. You got it, Picola T. No heaviness, man. No harshing everyone's mellow, because that's what we're here for. We are here to, like, you know, be mellow, man. Or maybe not even mellow. Maybe we're here to have a big laugh and point and laugh at each other. Because sometimes when people do things, and by people, I guess I mean me, I do things that are stupid, and I say things that are stupid. And that's when you throw down the haha, the Nelson haha, pointing and laughing emote. Because pointing and laughing is something that we do here with love and affection to each other. Never mean-spirited, but at the same time, sometimes we do things here that are so silly that you deserve to be pointed and laughed at. Like when I say pamplemousse, that's just so wrong, right? So, Shakalak, your husband just harshed your mellow with the Peri Peri Fire Chicken of Doom. Yeah, I am not surprised. Peri Peri Chicken is not mellow. I can't remember. Isn't Peri Peri Chicken an Indian dish, or am I making that up? Because you know I make stuff up all the time. But I feel like it's an Indian dish, which is why I thought it was spicy. So, let's see here. So, yeah, no, Andre, I know that you know that that's not really the national anthem. And actually, I don't even know what lumberjack song you're talking about, which means I need to go find it, because it looks like someone else thought, yeah, Kenny from the Cove knows what song you're talking about. And it looks like that, it's kind of a funny one. And it looks like Andre just gifted some subs, and I believe Kenny gifted some subs. So thank you, Andre and Kenny, for gifting those subs. Sorry it took me so long to get that shout out for you guys. And let's see here. Yes, Pimple Moose. Only I say Pample Moose because Pample, apparently the way I say Pample really bothers people, which I know I mean, what am I, 12? You know, it's just like, oh, it bothers someone, I'm gonna keep doing it. I think I might be 12. Oh, that's it. Peri Peri comes from South Africa, and we can blame the Portuguese. Okay, the Portugueses. Ah, yes. Okay. Really, Vindaloo comes from South Africa as well? I thought that Vindaloo was an Indian dish. Wow, I really don't know much about nothing. So let's see here. I need to see the whole skit for Monty Python's Flying Circus. Yeah, I need to, obviously. Oh, so Vindaloo Goa is different than just Vindaloo? Wait, hold on. You're going to have to use more words, Shock, for me to understand what you mean. So, India, Goa. Is Goa another word for India? I'm learning something here new. Um, so let's see here. Darlene just got a message and pic from daughter of your new granddaughter, Virginia, with her new glasses. Hold on. She wasn't a fan when it was discovered she needed glasses, but they look cute on her. Yeah. Well, you know what? I can appreciate that. I don't know how old your granddaughter is. I know that when I was 13 and had to start wearing glasses, it was the last thing that I wanted to do. But funny thing, being able to see suddenly makes wearing glasses a lot more, a lot more acceptable. So I hope that she gets to the point where she can accept them. Because, seeing is just a lovely thing. And so you used to do that too. You used to absolutely massacre the French language just to, yeah. All right. I guess I'm not glad I'm not the only one. Okay. And Goa is Portuguese India. Goa is in India. I have got a lot of answers here. Goa is in India. Okay. Andre, it's a colony, but the Indians took it back by force, throwing out the Portuguese. All right. So, it sounds like I'm going to have to learn a little bit about India. Because I know, Indian... Saying something's Indian food is kind of like saying something's American food. It's like, well, what part of America? Because the kind of food that they're eating in Louisiana is not the same kind of food that they're eating in Maine. So yeah, I suppose I really need to learn a little bit more about India. Darlene, she's 8 now, and there's so many cute choices out there. There are, and you know what, Darlene? Actually, I don't know if you know this or not, or if your daughter knows this, and this actually really is who matters. Is your daughter, most likely. And your granddaughter. Anyway, because she's a kid, she's probably going to lose or break her glasses more often than adults lose or break their glasses. If she does, or even if she doesn't, a cheap place to get glasses online is Zenni.com. In fact, I'm going to put that hot link there. Zenni.com. These glasses, the frames alone were $13.99, and then with my progressive bifocals, etc., they ended up being like $45, all said and told. They're cheap enough that literally I have bought eyeglasses to wear with an outfit. So, and they've got a bunch of cute little styles for men, women, oversized heads, kids, etc. So, you might want to hook up your granddaughter and your daughter up to Zenni Optical so they can be fashion forward with all their glasses choices, or have a bunch of replacements laying around when they get lost or broken, or, oh, I left it at soccer practice. Oh, I left it in the car. Oh, I left it at school. Oh, whatever. You know how things happen. I mean, even someone like me who wears my glasses all the time, I manage to lose them. That's why I have spare glasses right there in my purse, in my bedroom, in my bathroom. I mean, I have spare glasses all over the house. And in theory, they never come off my face, except for when they do, and then I put them down, and then I'm too blind to find them. So yeah, Zenni Optical is what I would like to introduce your family to in regards to eyewear choices. Let's see here. Pocola tea. One time, husband parked in front of Peri Chicken for takeaway. Bartender poured an extra beer and offered it to him while he waited for food. Meanwhile, meter person slapped a fine as husband sipped slowly. That chicken cost him an extra $40. Oh, Habut is right. But good point, Rick. At least he wasn't in the car sipping the beer. Yep, exactly. Oh, Goa was a hippie hangout. Okay, in India. Okay. So let's see here. So Kenny, if you want to hear someone murder the French language, come by my house and I'll sing La Vie en Rose and L'air de la Louisiane for you. Okay, or something like that. That's funny. And oh my goodness, Andre, what? They have, there's a lot of Indians in South Africa, and they have their own kinds of curry. They have a thing called bunny curry. So, just out of curiosity, what's that all about? I mean, you know what I'm asking, right? You know what I'm asking. Cool. Oh, good, Darlene. Yeah. All you need, I'm glad that you'll pass that info along with Zenni. All you need to do, is, the cool thing about Zenni is they actually will even refill prescriptions that have expired. So if you like are desperate and it's just like all of my glasses are gone and oh my goodness, or whatever, they all got crushed and I don't have time to go get a new prescription and the last one is expired, Zenni will actually still refill the prescriptions. So that's super handy. But basically once you know the size of like your pupillary distance and your bridge and your whatever, you can, I can't remember what this is called, so I'm not going to tell you. You can narrow the search parameters down to glasses that literally will only fit your face. So Zenni is, I can't remember how long ago, it was well over a decade ago that someone introduced me to Zenni, and I've only had one person who's tried them. No, that's not true. I've had two people who've tried them, have problems with them. One of the people who tried them that had a problem with them because their prescription that their doctor gave them was wrong. So that wasn't really Zenni's fault. Zenni did what the doctor asked him to do. The doctor was the one that screwed up. And then the other person, when she got one of her pairs of glasses, it just wasn't right. And so she sent him back and they sent a new pair out and they were fine. So there you go. So let's see here. Andre, bunny chow, deliciously tasty South African street food made with aromatic spices, meat, chickpeas, and potatoes served in hollow bread. That sounds delicious, but you know that I still have to ask what the meat was, right? Is the meat bunny? Because that's what I'm wondering. And Ann Ware, do I have a very strong prescription? Holy flirking snit, yes. My bifocal part, not so much, but like the other main part that I've had for my whole life, I mean Coke bottle thick. Without my glasses, I'm essentially the equivalent of legally blind. Not legally blind. It's hard to explain. When you're legally blind, if you're determined legally blind if, with corrective lenses, the best your eyesight can be is 2400, or maybe it's 2200. If that's as good as your eyesight can be with glasses, then you are considered legally blind. Okay, well now, with glasses, my eyesight can get way better than that, so I'm not legally blind. But when I take my glasses off, I am 2200 or 2400. I mean, I can't see nothing. It's just one big Monet painting for the most part. And so because my prescription is so strong or so big, oftentimes I have to pay extra to get the thinner plastic, the thinner, lighter weight plastic, because if I don't, then the lenses are too heavy and they just fall off your face kind of thing. So even with all of my upgrades for the, you have to pay a little bit more to get this lens of this material. You have to pay a little bit more to get the bifocal. You have to pay a little bit more to get the progressive bifocal. All the little add-ons, and I have a lot of little add-ons in this pair of glasses. You're still looking at a $45 pair of glasses. For real. I mean, that's why Zenni is, Zenni puts to shame. There's no reason to go to, I don't like saying this. This goes against everything I stand for because I am all about shopping locally and supporting your local eyeglass store, supporting your local doctor, etc. But I can't afford a $600 pair of eyeglasses. I can't, even at Costco. They're cheap frames. Your cheap frames are $60, $75. That once you add, I'm looking at a $150 pair of glasses. I could buy 3 pairs of glasses at Zenni for $150. So, even though it is the antithesis of my shopping habits, I do not like to shop online. There are some times where you kind of have to. And as far as I'm concerned, the cost of eyeglasses make me say, screw the locals, I gotta go online. And so there you go. So there you have it. So let's see here. And Andre, okay, so they had to use bread to carry the curry because they could not eat in the white-only restaurants near where they worked because Indian, and they were also under apartheid. Yeah, although if they were Indian, I was reading Trevor Noah's book, Born a Crime, and apparently in South Africa, they've got some very strange rules about who is what. Like, apparently, I don't remember if I think Indians are considered black, and I think, like, Chinese people are considered black, but Japanese people are considered white. And then colored people, well, that's a whole different thing. Like, how it's... Who's considered what in South Africa back in the day under apartheid when it mattered what you were? It was so random, so bizarre. So, hey, Poppy Shaney, good to see you. Thank you so much for subscribing again. We are talking about, we did talk a little bit about hamburgers and the Jucy Lucy. No gray sponge burger here, no blue sponge burger, just a Minnesota hamburger by the name of a Jucy Lucy. We talked about that for a little bit. Too bad you weren't here, because you're my burger buddy, man. You're my burger buddy. Yeah, Rick, luckily you can still buy your reading glasses at the dollar store. Totally, yeah, just the readers, those are no big deal. And like, if I only had to wear readers, I would only be at like the 1.5. You know, my bifocal bottom is only at the 1.5 or whatever. But the but the real part, the part that actually like makes me see far away, yeah, that's a Coke bottle. That's a Coke bottle lens, if you've ever seen one. So let's see here. D is pronounced like the D in duh rather than in day. I don't know what you mean by that, so I'm gonna just pass that one on by. Looks like everybody's super stoked that Poppy Shaney's coming into house. In fact, how about we do something like this? We're super stoked that Poppy Shaney's in the house. Yes. All right, I don't know what you guys are talking about with Edith and Andre, but that sounds like you guys are having an excellent conversation there, so we're going to just let that happen. And let's see here. And where? Okay, you're a Coke bottle thick glasses person too, so you were thinking getting the thin glasses for lenses would still be expensive on Zenni. Yes, I had a feeling that you were asking for that exact reason. And yes, as you know, when you've got the stupid thick lenses, I mean, I don't have to explain it to you, you always have to pay more, because otherwise I'll bet you've done this, where it's just like, no, I'm not going to pay more. And the doctor's like, are you sure? And it's like, no, I'm going to be cheap. I'm not going to. And then for the next 2 years, your glasses just are constantly falling off your face because the lenses are so heavy. Yeah. So you always, I'm sure you know, always want to pay for the upgrade. And on Zenni, no, it really isn't that expensive. And they've also got, like, you know, you can also, my sunglasses are from Zenni, and then they've also got, you know, different kinds of anti-scratch coatings and anti-glare coatings. You can do a lot of add-ons that do eventually, you know, bring you into the $100 range. But even with the add-ons that I do, which I think I got the anti-glare. Actually, I think they come with anti-glare automatically. But anyway, all of the add-ons that I have to do in order to just get a useful pair of glasses, we're still looking at, you know, a $45 pair once it's all over. So, let's see, Shock, you get light glass lenses from Canada for Scott, because otherwise Coke bottles. Yeah, seriously, I feel so bad for the folks back in the day who had to wear those heavy Coke bottle lenses, because I would have been one of those people. And, you know, it really, like, Do you remember people who used to have this strap around their head to keep their glasses on their face? I think that's why, is because I had a pair of glasses once that was so heavy, they just kept falling down my face. And so, you really kind of needed to strap them on. And, okay, so Darlene, then you need to go all about Zenni as well. Yeah, anybody on this stream, by all means, really, I cannot emphasize to you enough, Zenni.com, Zenni.com. Yes, they are made in China. Pretty much everything is these days. Yes, it does get shipped from China. Now, I cannot say right now at this very second, with supply chain issues, how fast the shipping will be. But I can say that less than a year ago, I got my, I think 3 pairs of glasses from Zenni, and it took less than 2 weeks from start to finish. In fact, I want to say less than a week. In fact, I want to say they got to where I got them sent to my work, and they got there way quicker than I expected, if I remember. Okay, so, and where it's still so cheap, Yowza, it sounds like you might have gone on the website, and yeah, you absolutely are stunned at why am I being ripped off every other place in the world that sells lenses, that sells frames for $300 flippin' bucks, when I can buy these same acetate stupid things that don't have, Dolce & Gabbana embossed on the side for 15 flippin' bucks. I will happily spend 15 flippin' bucks not to have Dolce & Gabbana on the side, as opposed to 3,500 or 350 bucks. And that's right, Picola T. People who have vision problems sometimes have to meet at an optician's office. And sometimes when they meet at the optician's office, they have to have adult beverages like lemon drops and beers and things. Wink, wink, hiccup. Exactly, Picola T. That's exactly it. For those who don't know, Picola T and I, she came up to Tacoma. We met at one of the McMenamins pubs, one of the McMenamins. McMenamins is I don't even know how to describe McMenamins, but basically it's a chain of restaurants / brew houses / adult drinky establishments. I think there might be hotels with some of the hotel rooms in some of the McMenamins. Anyway, we met at McMenamins and had a couple hour meet and greet. And in the background of the bar, because we were at the bar, it was a beautiful old stained glass piece of artwork that said optician. I can only assume that it was once in an optician's office. And so to cover our tracks, so no one knows that we got a little tipsy, we like to say that we were at the optician's office. Yes. So, Pinnell, you were legally blind when you had cataracts and they put lenses in eyes in operation, so now no glasses. That was something that my doctor was telling me about a few years ago, because I was asking him about whether or not I should get, the LASIK? And he was saying that he preferred, and I can't remember what the name of the procedure was, but it sounds like it's the procedure you got, Pinnell. He was just like, rather than laser reshaping of your eyeball, which is what LASIK is, he's like, they've got a new procedure, and plug your ears, you guys, if this kind of topic bothers you. It kind of bothers me, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get through it. But what you got, Pinnell, it sounds like, is where they sort of peel open your eye, put in a lens, put your eye back together, and that lens actually, if needed, can be changed out. And he said that is a far superior technology to recovering or to getting rid of glasses to LASIK, in his opinion. Whether or not, I haven't really looked into it because I don't have eye insurance and etc. But if I was to ever get surgery on my eyes, that is the type I think I would go for, is what you had happen, Pinnell. And yeah, Kenny from DeCove, $45 glasses. What is the name of this place? I will type it in again, but it's Zenni.com, and that's Zenni.com. And they are, there's a couple places online that have them cheaper than your in stores. You've got like Warbly Parker or Parker Warby or something like that. and they're okay, but they're more expensive than Zenni. I have never found any online glasses store as affordable as Zenni. And they've got cute little styles, you know. They've got the plastic kind, they've got rimless, they've got clear, they've got all styles basically. And so yeah, Darlene, they're so expensive everywhere that it's like, well, you know, sometimes you have to sometimes you just have to compromise your ethics to get the better deal. And that's kind of what I've done with Zenni. And yeah, exactly. And where with the local glass shops, they've got so few choices as well. You know, because there's only so much real estate that they have in their shop to show off the different varieties. Whereas Zenni, it's an online store. They have infinity space to show off all of their options. They have way more options than any kind of local store would have. I know that Costco generally has a pretty good selection too, and I know that Costco is generally a little bit more affordable, but not as cheap as Zenni. Not as cheap as Zenni. Yeah, it's just it's where you go. And where you had to get lab glasses that had to be glass and not plastic, and they were hilariously thick. Yeah, you probably needed one of those straps to keep them on your flippin' head. They were so thick and heavy. Truly Coke bottles. Truly Coke bottles. Yeah, Poppy, you were lurking while we were talking about the glasses. So expensive. Exactly. And you know, okay, now this, I'm getting into territory where fact-checking needs to happen. By all means, fact-check what I'm about to say. But for the most part, there's kind of a monopoly, it sounds like, for how glass lenses, not lenses, the frames are made. And basically, everybody in the world, except for like Zenni and Warby Parker, they get their glasses frames from one source. And I want to say it's like in Italy, which is part of the reason why it's so flippin' expensive, because when there's one source, they determine the price. So one of my friends looked this up a while ago. I was telling my friend how cheap Zenni was, but he did not like that they were coming from China. So he went and did his own set of research, and then eventually he came to the conclusion, it's like, well, I either support this monopoly that's overcharging everybody, or I get my stuff from China. And so he went and got his stuff from China. But I feel as though they're like, one of the reasons why glasses are so expensive is because the frames literally are coming from a singular source. And Zenni has decided to work outside of that worldwide domination, and they are so much cheaper because of it. And people like you and me, you know, we get the benefits. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Darlene, yeah, it sounds like you and I have similar, yeah, I'm nearsighted is what it's called, where you can read close up, but you need your glasses more for distance, like driving or further away from the TV, etc. Yeah, that sounds like we've got ourselves some similar eyeballs there. Hey there, J.Y. Gant, good to see you. We currently are talking about cheap online sources for eyeglasses, and that place is Zenni.com. But before that, we were talking about hamburgers. Yeah, in fact, I'm gonna do it again because this is probably gonna be the thumbnail for this stream when I post it up on YouTube, because we talked about the Jucy Lucy. Oh my goodness, the Jucy Lucy is the burger that everybody wants to eat. Yes, sirree. It's the burger everybody wants to eat. And let's see here. Andre, colored people a lot of the time look kind of like Hawaiians. That's because the first slaves they brought to South Africa were Indonesians, brought from Dutch colonies, and then they mixed with the Africans, and now they look a little bit like Polynesians. Yes, and that is actually, those are the people who are considered colored in South Africa, are the ones who Yeah, the ones that the Afrikaners brought in, etc. That's part of who gets to be colored, not black, not white, but colored, or used to back in apartheid days of South Africa. I understand that if you're coming into this stream right now and you're hearing me throwing down that word, colored, if you are uncomfortable, I apologize. Given the context, it is appropriate. But yes, we don't use that term anymore. But back in apartheid days, it was actually an official governmental designation. You were either black, white, or colored in South Africa. And like I said, some of the distinctions as to who was black and who was white were a little cloudy. Like I said, like Japanese people were either black or they were white, and Chinese people were either black or they were white. And I can't remember who was who, but one was one and the other was the, and it's just like, but you're both Asian and neither of you are white or black. How did this happen? So there you have it. Yeah. Let's see here. E-Music. You just ordered a new pair of glasses today. Took a friend with me to help choosing new frames. Oh no, if only we'd had this stream one day earlier. Perhaps though, I hope you like the frames that you get, but perhaps you could find a similar pair on Zenni for cheaper, and then you can order a spare. So let's see here. Anne, you actually quit the job because you couldn't wear lenses or the thin glasses to work in the clean room at that job. Yeah, that I can appreciate that logic actually, because you know, it's like, you're making it difficult for me to see, which makes it difficult for me to do the job. I don't think I want to do this job anymore. Yes. So, I didn't see Aloha Mish. Aloha Mish, if you are here, I did not see you, but hello, good to see you. And E-Music, yeah, when Hawaii's queen traveled through the South, she was often treated as black. That doesn't surprise me at all. And exactly, and where it hurts your nose to have, and your nose gets really sweaty, and it hurts, and then when the sweat, it makes it even slipperier. It's just this, like, circular, vicious circle of not working well at all. And did I miss, gall dang it, Poppy Shaney, did you do some gift subbing? If you did, I missed it, and I want to thank you for that. So let's see here. Andre says, the East Bay's okay, but you lost your ex-girlfriend yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry for your loss, Andre. That's awful. You're grieving with your family and her. But, that's why you were in such a rough and ready mood yesterday. That is so harsh to have to accept that loss. I hope that, I hope the circumstances were as gentle as possible given the outcome. J.Y. Gant, you need to get your eyes checked this year. Gosh, I need to get my eyes checked. I need to get my teeth checked. I need to do a lot of doctoring. And, I don't like to leave the house, let alone to go to the doctor's office these days. It's just awful. But I guess we need to take care of ourselves. So you go get your eyes checked. Go do it. I mean, not right now. And I'll go get my teeth checked. And then we'll check back here in a couple months and see if we did it. Hopefully we'll remember. Oh, Andre, thank you so much for the 100 biddies. Let's see here. So let's see. Oh, it looks like DJ Smook got the gift sub, and he's just like, whoever gave it to me, mahalo. Yes, fantastic. So now you're helping your kids with stuff you need to do when somebody dies. Yeah, it's a whole, thing when someone passes. It's like a whole other family life that you get to start taking care of. Even if it's just closing up the house, I remember when I had to do those things for my parents, and it weighs heavy it weighs heavy on you for a few months, or as long as it takes to button things up, and sometimes it takes a while. So that we're always here, and for a little bit of hopefully a little bit of a giggle and a virtual hug, as it were. So I'm glad that you're here today, Andre. And let's see here. Andre, get drunk and take an eye test. You might not like your glasses. That's true. That is true. Let's see here. I know, right? Medium 7-Up. When I think about surgery on an eyeball, that's why I was just like, okay, you guys, plug your ears. I'm going to try and just get through this real quick because I don't like talking about it. It's so gross. So, let's see here. Oh, okay. So Andre, you've got a friend that got fired from the second glasses company you mentioned. He's suing them now. I think the Warby Parker or something like that. Yeah, well, they're not as cheap as Zenni. So, and if he got fired from them, that's right. You sue him, baby. You sue him. Let's see here. Yeah, Darlene. Well, okay, so thank you, Darlene. These look nice. I like them too. And this is the second pair that I've ordered. The thing that I really like about Zenni is, for the most part, they only add to their inventory. They haven't really, at least all the glasses that I've ever checked out over the years, they're still available. So it's pretty cool. Like, if you end up liking a frame, which I guess maybe it's bad because, now you're going to be 10 years out of style or something. But when you end up liking a frame or finding a frame that works well with your coloring and your face, they're probably going to have it next time you need a pair of glasses, which is what I really like about Zenni. I have on multitude of occasions bought a second pair of the same frames after the first pair wore out or broke or whatever. So, yeah. Yeah, Pinnell, you're covered by government here. Yeah, exactly. Well, well, south of the border, things are a little bit different when it comes to that kind of thing. So, you're kind of lucky up there. And I'm glad that you were able to get your eyes taken care of, because cataracts, are so frustrating for folks who, have to deal with them. And the fact that you've got your little bionic eyeballs basically is kind of awesome. Really shock. None of the Costco's around your area do glasses anymore. Wow. I haven't been to Costco in so long. I didn't know that was even a thing that I didn't know that Costco was not doing that anymore. I mean, to me, it's like, Costco eyeglasses is just like Costco pharmacy is just like the Costco bakery. They're always going to be there, right? Guess not. DJ Smoke, you had a set of prescription work goggles, and those things always slid off due to the Coke bottle thick lenses. Exactly, man. It is. It's something that it's an annoyance that you just don't really understand until you have to live through it, and then it's just like, good God, kill me now. Why won't these things stay on my face? And Andre, exactly, the frame mafia rules under the glasses Illuminati. It's kind of true. All right, it looks like we've got at least we did have a Lono tune going on that everyone loved, there, turning it up. So let's see here. All right, so Andre is coming in with fact checking. All right, so Luxottica Group Piva is an Italian eyewear conglomerate, and it's the world's largest company in the eyewear industry. It's based in Milan. As a vertically integrated company, Luxottica designs, manufactures, distributes, and retails its eyewear brands, including Lens Crafters, Sunglass Hut, Apex, Pearl Vision, Target Optical, iMed, Glasses.com. Its best known brands are Costa, Ray-Ban, Persol, Oliver People, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so that's what I was talking about right there. Andre is throwing down the details of my fact checking that I needed to have happen. But basically, yeah, it is, that's why glasses are so expensive. It's because that one company. And so if you step outside of that umbrella, suddenly you're in Zennyville, and it's just like, well, wait, you mean I could buy 5 pairs of eyeglasses for the cost of one of those other ones? Come on, dude. I mean, the choice is obvious. And like I said, I'm not one to try to abandon your local storefronts, your small business owners, your local shops. This is where you need to go for things. Except for glasses. Glasses, just go to Zenni. And DJ Smoke just vacuumed up a Texas Toast mushroom burger with extra shroomies. That's not fair. Did you mail me a piece? Just one bite. Did you mail me a bite? Because I want that burger. That sounds delicious. Let's see here. Kenny from the Cove, did you get that burger at Whataburger? Oh, does Whataburger have the Texas Toast burger? Of course Whataburger has a Texas Toast burger. Yeah, actually, I want to know, DJ Smoke, did you get that burger at Whataburger? Because I know that you are in Texas, so Whataburger is definitely within your wheelhouse. Yeah, and most of the glasses, I think, are, the only brand mark I've got in my glasses is it says Zenni right in the inner there. But yeah, there's no, I don't need to wear, fancy pants, whatever. I don't need to wear Ray-Ban. The only thing I can think of, the only brand of glasses I can think of is Ray-Ban. I don't need to wear Ray-Ban glasses, right? So let's see here. What's burger is the bomb? Oh, Whataburger is the bomb. Yeah, Whataburger is good. And Nutmeg 1983. Hello, you are new here. Yes, well, welcome to Chatter with Statter. We are going to be winding up this show in about 3 minutes, but I'm so glad that you were able to join us. Right now, we're talking about eyeglasses, Zenni Optical, and where you should get cheap but quality eyewear for much less than you would get in store. But before that, oh yeah, that's right, you guys. Oh yeah, I think this is about the 87th time I brought this picture up. Before that, we were talking about the Jucy Lucy, which is a hamburger out of Minnesota. And, it's delicious, so we had to talk about it. Yes, exactly. And Cindy Krause, you need prescription sunglasses. So do I, and I have prescription sunglasses. Guess what? From Zenni. Oh, and does Zenni have some designer glasses too? Well, I can only assume that the designer ones must be a little bit more expensive. But they're super cheap ones. Like I said, I think these ones, I want to say like they were $15.99, $13.99, something like that. So, yeah, a Jucy Lucy does sound a little bit pornographic, but, with a picture of a burger like that, it is a little bit like food porn. So, and yeah, Kenny from the Cove, that's exactly it. Some glasses are so thick that if those glasses were any thicker, you would be able to see the future. You don't even know. Yeah, that's exactly it. So let's see here. I'm getting a little bit, yeah. Oh, Cola Tea, not just glasses styles. It's also a bummer when your favorite underwear or athletic shoes get discontinued. Don't mess with my comfort, man. Okay. We don't have a lot of time for a soapbox moment, but dude, don't take my shoes away. When I find a pair of shoes that fit my feet right, that give me the support I need, that have the right kind of bounce, that don't give me the little blisters, those are my forever favorite shoes, and I will wear them every day until there are holes in them, and then when I want to buy them, I want to buy the exact same shoes again, because I am not innovative, I am not fashion forward, I am all about my comfort, and gall dung it, I have a pair of fluorescent orange shoes, running shoe, well, they're not running. There isn't one pair of shoes that I own that's running shoes, even if they're sold as such. So they're my walking shoes, and they're bright, reflective, because in the Pacific Northwest it gets dark early, and you do need bright reflection on your shoe. And I cannot find any shoes that are, I can't even find the same brand anymore. And it's like, but this brand, this brand was made for my foot, and this brand were clearly, I mean, it was the glass slipper that Cinderella slipped into. That's what the shoe was. And I can't find them no more. Yeah, makes me very annoyed. So I'm right there with you. Don't take my shoes away. Don't take my underwears away. And I know that the guys don't understand this, but bras as well. Seriously, dude. Once I find a bra that like works for me, just forever. I need them forever. I will buy them. Can I buy like 500 and just cycle through them until I die? So, oh, Nutmeg, you've worn glasses since you were 2? Well, I don't know. Well, then if you might, and I hope you do, know about Zenni.com. But if you don't know about Zenni.com, well, now we know about Zenni, or now you know about Zenni.com, and I'm going to do it again. That's right. By the way, you guys, absolutely, this is not a sponsored video by Zenni or anyone. As I think you know, we stumbled upon this topic completely on accident. So yeah, Zenni.com though, Nutmeg, Nutmeg 1983, Zenni.com, definitely give it a whirl for your glasses. See what they've got for you, because it is so expensive otherwise, and I'm telling you something that you don't know, right? Yeah, like you don't know how expensive glasses are. Please. Cindy Krause, women's shoes are not made for fat luau feet. Yeah, my sister has that problem too. Luckily my feet are a little more standard sized in that way, but unfortunately, because I have a broken ankle, let me rephrase that. My ankle is not currently broken. Because my ankle has been broken, I do have some interesting ankle architecture that affects how my foot and the top of the shoe interact. And so it's actually, even though my foot is okay, it's my ankle that sometimes causes some issues with how a foot fits. So let's see here. Andre, we got a bra store where they fit you, and the bras in the window can be really scary how big they can get. Engineering marvels. They are engineering marvels, and there is a reason why when NASA first went into space, the seamstresses who created the spacesuits were the Playtex bra seamstresses, because they were the only ones who could sew within the engineering paradigms, within the absolute specifications to the millimeter or micromillimeter that they needed to do, basically, they're engineering marvels and they're seamstress marvels is what some bras are. Absolutely. And yeah, I know, right, and where this is a total stream that was sponsored by Zenni, except for it wasn't sponsored by Zenni at all. So, right, see, Pinnell, you missed Daisy Fresh bras. Fit You went out of business. I have no idea what Daisy Fresh bras are, but I feel your pain, my friend. I feel your pain. Absolutely. It's just like, but it was custom made for me. I guess nobody else is made like me. Shucks. Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, Nutmeg, I'd be super stoked if you did check Zenni out. Hopefully it'll be able to save you some money. Now, granted, you might have eye insurance. I don't even know what country you're coming from, and you might not have to worry about paying too much for your eyeglasses. But here in the United States, not everybody has optical insurance, eye insurance. I don't. So every time I go to the eye doctor, I have to pay out of pocket. Every time I buy eyeglasses, I have to pay out of pocket. So anytime that I can save a dime or two, or $150 or two, I'm super stoked on that. And yeah, I know exactly. Picola T, another topic for another soapbox on another day. Why are bras so dang expensive? That is exactly it. That is it. Oh yeah, exactly. And as Nutmeg comes chiming in, and why are they so freaking uncomfortable? That is it, you guys. Okay, well, we are 4 minutes past the wrap-up time, and we are definitely scattering into more topics that could be discussed for hours, but we're going to wrap it up. And yeah, Darlene, exactly. That is a whole other soapbox. And it might not be a soapbox that the guys want to get into, but I'll bet you all the women that are currently watching this are just like, I'm going to make my own custom soapbox for the next time when we talk about a bra. I'm going to get on my own soapbox because every woman has an opinion about a bra. Whether or not they want to wear them, whether or not they do wear them, whether or not they should wear them. Every woman has an opinion about those stupid, necessary, uncomfortable, but make you look good items that ladies wear under their clothes. So there you have it. Awesome. Hey, Nutmeg, I'm so glad that you could hang out today. Everybody who's hanging out in the background, maybe not saying anything, I'm glad you could lurk today. All of the new folks, Pasta Lord being one of them, Nutmeg being another. And I think there was another new folk here earlier, and the name escapes me. I'm so sorry that I forget. But thank you all, new folks and regulars, for coming on in. We are going to be doing another Chatter with Statter on Sunday at 5 p.m. West Coast time, 3 p.m. Hawaii time, 8 p.m. East Coast time. And if you want to join Daily Pigeon Live with Andy Bumatai on Twitch, he's going to be running a show right before mine, and then there'll be raid training on Sunday. So if you want your fun and shenanigans to start even earlier on Sunday, let's see, it would be 3 p.m. Pacific time. No, 3:30 p.m. Pacific time, 1:30 p.m. Hawaii time, 4:30 p.m. No, 6:30 p.m. on the East Coast on Twitch. That'll be the Chatter with Statter 3-hour tour with Andy Bumatai's Daily Pigeon Live. But on Saturday, we're going to watch Rail Rider on Statterbox at the Cinema. And as usual, Saturday, 6 p.m. on Twitch, 6 p.m. West Coast time, 4 p.m. Hawaii time, 9 p.m. East Coast time. Saturday night on Twitch, we're going to be watching Whale Rider. So come join us if you want to watch that wonderful movie. And I hope to see everyone on Saturday for Whale Rider, which is a phenomenal movie if you've never seen it. Sort of carrying on with our last movie, which was Moana. And Moana was a cartoon about a super powerful young indigenous woman who decided to show everyone just how things would be. And basically, this is a real-life act version for the same theme. Polynesian woman. This takes place in New Zealand. And beautiful story. It might be a little bit of a tearjerker, but it's a good movie. So I hope to see everybody on Saturday, Statterbox at the Cinema for Whale Rider. And if I can't see you Saturday, I hope to see you Sunday. And thank you so much for hanging out, you guys. I had a great time tonight. I hope everybody else did too. All right, then. Take care.